What's up, everybody? I'm Chase Lee reporting for DallasMovieScreenings.com, and I got another movie to review for you guys, and that would be The Endless. Now, this one stars Justin Benson and Aaron Moorhead. It is directed by them two. It is written by Justin, and they pretty much did this whole thing by themselves. It's a small indie film. And, I didn't really know much about this, but if you guys want to know about it, here we go. It's about two guys that were in a cult, and they've kind of grown up and realized that they probably shouldn't be in a cult anymore. They go live in the real world, get jobs, whatever, and there's a mysterious tape that shows up to their front door. They played the tape, and they realize they're curious enough to go back to the cult just to kind of see what is going on all these years later. So they go back to the cult, and stuff ensues. I think that's the best way to describe this because I don't want to describe anything else. It's one of these plots that is so hard to describe that you just have to experience it. And what I just told you is the baseline plot. That's all you need to know. So, I saw a trailer to this movie before I got the screener. And I thought to myself, oh, cool. Looks like a really trippy sci-fi film. Maybe get the brain cogs working. Maybe think of some theories as to what stuff means. And I gotta tell you, after watching the movie, I like it. I don't love it like some people do, but I like it enough because of its creativity, its ambition, and its actual genuine sci-fi horror. So let's get real and break this down. Let's start with some of the negatives first because it's generally a positive review. So some of the negatives, just a couple of things. One, some of the acting can be quite wooden. I realize this is a low-budget movie, but you still need to try to get the best performances you can. Some of them are a little iffy here and there, but that's not really like a huge deal. I actually think the two main guys, the actual directors of the film, they did a really good job and they carried the movie because they do have a certain charm about them that makes you want to follow these characters even though they get into dire situations. And the second thing that's kind of a negative is the cinematography at night. Some of the night shots are a little too dark. I realize that they're trying to go for minimal lighting and, hey, the moonlight, that's it, that's all you need, or a fire, that's all you need. That's cool. I get that. Still a little too dark in some scenes where I had to brighten up my computer just to see what was going on. And, maybe just because I'm getting old and I have glasses, who knows, but some of the night cinematography was a tad too dark. Some of the positives. I love the story of this movie because you don't know where it's going to go. When they first get this mysterious videotape and you realize that they were in this cult a while back, you're like, all right, I'm already intrigued. Didn't they want to go and investigate the cult they were once in and realize something is wrong when they get there? It's like, I am so in. And as the movie kept going, I'm like, where are they going with this? And then they just kept throwing curveball after curveball after curveball, hit me in the head going, what does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? Because this movie has no clear answer. It doesn't. It makes you think, and I love that. That is some of the best use of sci-fi you can ever have in a movie. Set up your premise, have tangible theories, and let the audience think or come up with their own conclusion and not have the directors spoon feed you as you're watching it. I love that. So I love the mystery behind it. I love the ambition, the creativity. Some of the things that they do that involve this kind of sci-fi horror bend were kind of astonishing on the budget that they had. Case in point, there's one scene where it involves someone pulling a rope. That's all I'll say. You don't know the context, but pulling a rope. And the way it looked, from the way it was shot, and from the way the actor was pulling it, I really felt like they were pulling something larger than life behind them. In the complete dark, by the way. There was another effect used at the very end that involved looping. That was really well done. And so I admire these two for creating something to garner interest and really kind of keep your interest throughout the whole movie and never let go. I actually think the suspense nature of this film is just quite gripping, and it's really great to witness because I always love independent filmmaking. I love filmmakers that get down and dirty and make a film for like $10 in a Snickers bar and make something palatable and doesn't make garbage. These two guys went there. It's a cheap movie sometimes, and some of the special effects or the acting or the cinematography, but that's where the charm is at, and that is where the the intrigue is at. And I absolutely love that. I love the ambition and creativity of the story. A couple other things I liked was some of the performers, including the main actors. Some of the side characters were good enough to really portray this kind of horrific thing that they're witnessing. So I do appreciate some of the performances, and some of these special effects, even though cheesy, can be used to full effect with the cinematography and really create this atmospheric kind of dread that these characters are kind of facing the deeper they go down this like cult rabbit hole. It's absolutely fantastic. And the reason why it's so fantastic, even though it looks cheesy and looks like a sci-fi channel thing, is because it's made on such a low budget, but they utilized that budget and they made it worthwhile. They didn't just make something cheesy because they had a low budget and that was their excuse. No, they used it to full effect, and it really garnered this kind of like awesome science fiction horror atmosphere. And I absolutely love it. And I love the fact they don't tell you what it means. And even when the movie ends, you'll still be thinking about it. I'm still thinking about it. And that was what was really great about it. So this is a great ride of a movie, a great science fiction film. I'm going to give The Endless a B+. Going into this movie, not knowing much is the best way to go. B+. Also, I thought the music was really great too. It kind of added this, almost felt like Donnie Darko almost, in the way the music was. It was kind of creepy and eerie, and really just kind of complemented this kind of like creepy and eerie cult that these guys were following. So B+ for me on The Endless. I think just go in as little as possible. Don't even watch the trailer, just go. If you like science fiction and cults, go for it. I think it's a pretty interesting watch, especially for the budget that they had and the creativity that they used on that small budget. So what do you guys think of The Endless, or have you even heard of it? Comment that place on my face and let me know. And as always, guys, I'm Chase Lee reporting for DallasMoviescreenings.com, and tune in next time for whatever I review next. I will see you guys later.